Television City in Hollywood, it's Card Shark. Here's the host of Card Shark, Bob Eubanks.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Card Sharks. We're glad you could join us today. We're going to have a lot of fun and maybe give a lot of money away, too. Our champ yesterday won about $9,600. And before we get started with our game, let's meet our two lovely Card Shark dealers, and here they are. Lacey Pemberton and Susanna Williams.
Bob.
How are you? Start dealing those cards if you would, please. And today, it'll be Susanna dealing the red cards in the top row to our returning champion, while Lacey deals out the blue cards on the lower level to our challenger. We're going to pick it up from where we left off yesterday. While the girls are dealing the cards, let's get our Card Sharks in here. Here they come right now. Here's our champ. Hi, Tammie.
Hi, Bob. I'm Tammie Iverson. I live in La Habra, and I'm a dental assistant, and I work in Fullerton, and my husband and I are expecting our first in 9 weeks, and
let's remind everybody you won $9,800 yesterday.
Go ahead.
Not so bad at all. And this is our challenger, Varoujan. Welcome back.
Hi, Bob. My name is Varoujan. I'm an attorney, and I was born in Bucharest, Romania.
Well, it's nice to have you here. Yesterday, Varoujan guessed one of our high-low questions. He guessed it right on the button, so he ended up with $500. You also won the first game, so already as a challenger, you got $600. You're not doing too bad. I know you've cut the cards. Remember, the object of our game is to work your way across the board by predicting whether each card is higher or lower than the one preceding it. And as I said, we're picking it up from where we left off. We're in the middle of our second game. Varoujan won the first game, and as you can see, Varoujan is leading a slight lead in game number 2. Remember, first player to win 2 games wins the championship, plays the big money card. So let's get going today. Tammie, here's the question for you now. High-low question. We surveyed 100 married women. We asked them, before you buy a new dress, do you ask your husband's permission? How many married women ask their husband's permission?
I'm going to say it's probably going to be a high number, because I feel like I should consult my husband, but I usually buy it and then come home and consult him. I bought it already. No, I usually bring it home and say, sweetheart, guess what I bought today? Well, what did you buy? And he's always happy. I'm going to say...
How many out of 100?
I'm going to say 32.
32 out of 100, you say. Varoujan, she says 32 out of 100 married women ask permission to buy a dress. Higher or lower?
Well, you know, I agree with her, because I think women of today don't ask anything of their husbands. If they want it, they go buy it. That's the way it is.
I've always said that myself.
But I think there's still a lot of old-fashioned women out there, so I'm going to have to say a little higher than that.
A little higher than 32. See, I think it's going to be lower. I really do. I can't even imagine asking permission. Okay, well, let's see. The actual number of women who ask their husband's permission before buying a new dress is 9. Oh, it was considerably lower. I thought so. Those days are gone. I hope, anyway. Hey, Susanna says, thank goodness. Tammie, you won control of the cards, and now here's your base card, and you can change it because you won the high-low question. It's an 8.
Change
Yeah,
it.
bad card. The 8 now becomes, though, a 3. Better card.
Higher.
Higher than the 3. Your card now is a 7. What do you want to do? Play or freeze?
I'm going to say it's going to be higher.
You're going to go on?
I'm going to go on.
All right.
Higher.
Chosen not to freeze. It's going to be higher than the 7. The card is a 9. Now what are you going to do?
Freeze. Now
All right. You'll freeze right there. Good logic indeed. All right. By freezing on the 9, keeps Varoujan away from the cards. And if she can win the next high-low question, she may be able to change that card. So, speaking of that question, Varoujan, this one is for you. We surveyed 100 single women. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Okay, we surveyed 100 single women, and we asked them, would you marry a millionaire if he insisted you sign a contract that you could never get alimony? How many single women would marry the millionaire even if they could never get alimony?
Well, you're supposing that they're getting married just for the money, just because they're millionaires. I'm a little more naive or maybe ignorant. I'm going to say that they're getting married because they love each other. So I think it's going to be very high. I'm going to have to say 66.
So you're saying 66 out of 100 women would marry the millionaire even if they could never get alimony?
That's right.
Tammie, higher or lower than 66?
I'm going to say it's going to be just a little bit higher, because what the heck, if you marry a young rich man, you can be together for many years and spend all his money.
All right, so it's going to be higher than 66.
Higher.
I like the lady's logic. I really do. Feel sorry for her husband, but I like her logic. Actual number of single women who would marry the millionaire, even if they could never get alimony, is 37. No, it wasn't higher. It was lower.
Okay,
now, Varoujan, that means you have control of the cards.
Let's change that.
Change that 8. Sure, you can do that. The 8 now is a 6. Not much better, but it's a little bit.
Okay, let's go higher.
Higher than the 6. Varoujan, your card is a 3. Oh. That means you go back to your base of 6, and guess who gets a free shot at the cards? Tammie. You've got to play off the 9, Tammie, because you didn't win the high-low question.
I'm going to say it's going to be higher.
Higher than the 9? Let's see if it's higher than the 9. Yes. Player freeze.
I'm going to say it's lower.
She's going to go on. All right. If it's lower than the 10, she wins game number 2. We will play a tiebreaker game. Let's see. Lower. Yeah. Woo. Tied it up. You took a big risk then. I thought you'd freeze on that 10. Okay, you have $100. Varoujan has $100. That means we must play our tiebreaker game, and before we do that, we'll pause for these commercial words, and we'll be right back with more Card Shark right after this. Stick around.
Hello, I'm Alan Thicke. Why just watch TV when you can play on Game Show Network?
Welcome back to Card Sharks, and now we're ready to play our tiebreaker game. Each contestant won 1 game, and as you can see, Susanna's dealing out cards for the tiebreaker, only 3 cards, and we'll have a maximum of just 3 high-low questions in the tiebreaker. So whoever wins this game goes on to play the big money cards, and that's where you're going to win a lot of money. Good luck to both of you. This is it. Tammie, the first question is yours. We surveyed 100 men, and we asked them, do you think professional athletes are making too much money? How many men said yes, professional athletes are paid too much?
I think professional athletes are paid too much, and I'm sure a lot of men think they're paid too much. Of course, if they were a professional athlete, they probably wouldn't think so. But I think it's going to be a high number. I think about 75.
75 out of
75.
100. Varoujan, will the actual number be higher or lower than that?
Well, professional athletes, they take a beating out there no matter what sport they're in, and I think they deserve the money they get because they're professionals and entertainers. So I think it's going to be lower than 75.
You think lower than 75?
Yes.
I agree with you. You know, if they can draw 100,000 people in there, they deserve to be paid and take that beating. We'll see. The actual number of men who said professional athletes are paid too much is 76. It was not lower, but higher. Tammie, you have control, and Tammie, here's your base card. Change if you like. It's a 5.
Change
it. All right. 5 now becomes a 4. A little better.
Higher.
Going higher than the 4. Your card is a 7. Player freeze.
Higher.
She's going to go on. She's taking the risk. If it's higher than the 7, she's the champ still, and we'll play the big money cards. If not, Varoujan gets a free shot at the cards. Higher! Yeah! Wow. Good game. Big risk. Big risk. Varoujan, all is not lost because you end up with $600. Nice prizes for you. Thank you very much for being with us on Card Shark. We will see you again. And come here, Tammie. Right over here, my dear. Hey, that was a risk.
I know.
I'm really surprised because I thought you would freeze it.
No, I'm playing guessy today.
You got $9,600 in your pocket. That's why you're so brave. I know.
Probably.
Okay. Now we're going to play the big money cards, and Lacey and Susanna are going to be dealing cards from a deck that you cut before the show. Brand new deck of cards. And as you know, the money you've won so far is yours to keep no matter what happens. But now we're going to give you new money to bet with, and here's the way we do it. We start you on the bottom line. You'll have $200. What you do, Tam, is bet your way across the board there by calling off high and low cards. Then, when you get to the next line, we'll add $400 of betting money, and you bet your way across the line there. Remember, minimum bets are $50 until you get up to the top row up there. At that time, you must bet at least half of your dollars. And don't forget, you will have an opportunity to change one card on each line by choosing one of the cards that Lacey is dealing there. So if you're ready, good luck to you. You've already won, what, 96, and you just won another 200. You got $9,800. Let's win a lot.
All right.
Give the lady $200, please. You got it now. You can turn that $200 into thousands of dollars if the cards roll for you and you bet right. Let's see what happens. Tammie, here it is. It's an ace. That's the way to start.
All of it, it's lower.
All of it lower. If another ace comes up, it's a push. No win, no loss. All right, lower than the ace. It's a 10. $400.
I'm going to bet $200 is lower.
$200 lower than the 10. Your card is a 3.
I'm going to bet all of it higher.
All of it. She's going higher than the 6. The card is an 8. Yes. Now, $1,200. We're going to give you another $400. You now have $1,600. The 8 is the base, and you can change it.
I'm going to change that with number 2.
Number 2 card she wants, your 8 now becomes a 4. $1,600.
I'm going to bet all of it. It's going to be higher.
You are going to gamble today, huh?
All of it higher.
All of it higher than a 4? Yeah. $3,200.
I'm going to bet all of it lower.
Now, be careful. You're betting all of it, lower than the jack.
Yes.
Tammie, you make me real nervous. Is it lower than the jack for $6,400? Yeah! $6,400, Tammie.
I can't change it. I'm going to bet...
Can't change it. No, you've already changed on this row.
I'm going to bet $500. It's going to be higher.
Now she's getting a little concerned. Okay. $500 higher than the 5. It's a 6. Whoa! Now, the 6 comes up here. And as you know, you can change the 6.
Change that with number 1.
Number 1. The 6 is now a 2. Got to bet at least $34.50 for that academic.
All of it. It's going to be higher.
Of course you are. Look what you won. $13,800. Are you having fun?
I'm having a great time.
I'm not even going to tell you what your total is, but we'll tell everybody when we come back after this. We'll meet a new challenge. We'll do about $24,000.
Game Show Network. A winner every 30 minutes, guaranteed.
Tammie, are you ready to meet a new challenge?
I'm ready.
Big, deep breath, and here we go. Let this lady come in here now. Hi, Amy.
My name's Amy Eskinos, and...
What's your last name again?
Eskinos.
Amy Eskinos?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I'm originally from Bay Area in Northern California.
Uh-huh.
And I'm down here going to school at UCLA, and I'm a sophomore communication studies major.
What do you want to do with it?
I don't know.
Be a game show. Why don't you become a game show host?
Oh, well, then I might take your job.
Don't become a game show host.
Okay.
Okay? You know how to play this game. You get the cards backstage. The lady's going to be dealing out new cards. Now, Susanna's dealing out cards from a brand new deck, and we're ready to start this match between Tammie and Amy. So here is our first question. For you, Tammie, we surveyed 100 people, and we asked them, are you living beyond your means? How many people said they are? You can't say that anymore. How many people said they are?
Most people live beyond their means? I'm going to say it's going to be 65 live beyond their means.
65 out of 100 people are living beyond their means. Amy, will it be higher or lower than that?
I think in these times that people are watching what they're doing, and I think the number's going to be lower than that.
I think it'll be lower than 65. All those plastic credit cards, they get you. The actual number of people living beyond their means is 18. You're right, Amy. It was lower. Welcome to our show, Amy. You won control of the high-low questions. First one. And here is your base card. It's a 3.
Woo! Okay, Bob, we're going to go higher.
Higher than the 3. Your card is a 5. Play to free.
Okay, Bob, let's go higher one more time.
Higher one more time, the lady says. It's a 4. No. Goes right back to the 3, and that means that Tammie gets a free shot at the cards. Tammie, here it is. You got to play off this one. You didn't win the high-low, but it's a jack. Why not?
I'm going to say lower.
Lower than the jack. It is now a deuce. Yeah. Higher than the deuce. Here we go. It's a 6.
3.
Three's on a 6.
3.
Three's right there. That way, if you win the next high-low question, you'll have a chance to change that card, and maybe it'll be a better card for you. All right, Amy. Here's your question. Remember, first player to win 2 games wins the match. Then when you play the big money cards. Amy, we surveyed 100 married men. We asked them, in the past month, have you and your wife made love somewhere other than the bedroom?
Wow.
How many married men said in the last month now they have made love somewhere other than the bedroom?
Well, that's kind of a tricky question because...
What's so tricky about it?
Well, because I really don't know a lot about that because I'm not married, so I would have to say it's probably going to be right around the middle range. So I'm going to say about 43 will say that they have.
43 married men out of 100 said they have made love with their wives somewhere other than the bedroom in the last month. Tammie, higher or lower? Why are you laughing?
Speaking from experience, I'm going to say that it's going to be... I'm going to say, other than bedroom, I'm going to say that it's going to be lower. I'm going to say lower.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to say lower.
The actual number of married men who have made love somewhere other than the bedroom is 46, not lower. It was higher. He's just boring, that's all. All right, Amy, here we go. You won the high-low question. You got a 3.
Let's go higher, Bob.
Higher than the 3. Your card now is a 9. You can play it or you can freeze it.
I'm going to go lower, Bob.
You're going to go lower? She's going on. Lower than the 9, she says. Yeah, 8. Now you're freeze. Took a big gamble on the 9. Not going to take that same gamble on the 8. We're all tied up. Each contestant has 2 cards to go to win the game. We'll pause for these words, and we'll be right back with more Card Shark right after this.
Match game fashion tip number 9. Shirt with sparkly hands. Very cool. Match game. Tastefully fun tonight at 9 p.m. and 1 a.m. Eastern.
All right, now are we ready to begin?
Yep.
Let's do it. We're going to continue with this game, and we're all tied up there. You each have 2 cards to turn over to win game number 1. The next question goes to Tammie. Tammie, here it is. We surveyed 100 marriage counselors. We asked them, are couples who live together before marriage more likely to have a successful marriage? How many marriage counselors said couples who live together first are more likely to have a successful marriage?
Well, I think marriage counselors feel that you shouldn't live together first. Although I think the statistics would be more in your favor if you live with somebody first. You get to know them, you know their routine and things, and you know if you're compatible or not. So I'm going to say that they're going to say about 47.
47 out of 100 marriage counselors said couples who live together first are more likely to have a successful marriage. Higher or lower, Amy?
Well, I happen to think that living together, well, let me just say, I think it's going to be higher. I think...
So you think it's a good idea, then, what you're telling me?
Well...
Higher, you say, anyway. All right. The actual number of marriage counselors who said couples who live together are more likely to have a successful marriage is 22. Wasn't higher, it was lower. I'm very surprised at that. Okay, that means that, Tammie, you have control of the cards, and here's where we are. You froze at the 6, and of course you can change if you want to.
Change that card.
Absolutely. The 6 now is a jack. Much better.
I'm going to say it's going to be lower.
Lower than the jack. Your card is a 9. Play to freeze.
I'm going to say higher.
Oh, she's in a gambling mood again today. Higher than the 9. Let's find out. No! Not higher than the 9. She goes back to the jack, and Amy gets a free shot at the cards. You didn't win the high-low question, so you have to play off the 8.
I think it's going to be lower.
Lower than the 8. Is it lower? No, not lower than the 8. There you have it. Still tied up. Okay, sudden death time. Last question in this game. Someone must win the game on this play of the cards. Control is very important to you. And the question goes to Amy. We surveyed 100 people, and we asked them, Amy, do you think it's wrong for science to create life in a test tube? How many people said that it is wrong?
I think that the number's going to be relatively high because that's very unnatural. So I'm going to say the number's going to be about 73.
About 73 out of 100. Let's see what Tammie says. Higher or lower, Tam?
I think it's going to be just a little bit lower because a lot of people that can't have kids, if you can do it that way,
Think so?
I think it's going to be just a little bit.
Boy, it scares me to death.
Yep.
All right. The actual number of people who said it's wrong for science to create life in a test tube is 30. You're right. It was much lower. I'm very surprised at that. Okay, remember, this is sudden death now. Tammie, you have 2 choices. You can play it out with the jack. If you make a goof, Amy wins the game. Pass it on to her. She must play off the 8. If she goofs, you win the game. What do you want to do?
I'm going to play it. I'm going to say lower.
You're going to play it. All right.
I'm going to play it.
Lower than the jack. Your card is a 10. Going to play.
I'm going to say lower.
Lower than the 10. If you're right, you win game number 1. If you're not right, Amy will win the game. Yeah, it's lower. And Tammie wins the first game of this match. All right, add another $100 to your total. We'll start game number 2. Amy, you got to win the next one. We'll be back in just a moment to play game number 2 after this.
When we Dawson kisses and tells, but Ray Combs keeps his lips to himself in back-to-back episodes of Family Feud, followed by $100,000 Pyramid.
We've run out of time for today. We're going to have to continue this match next time. And congratulations to $23,900 for our champion. Until next time, I'm Bob Eubanks for Susanna, Lacey, for Gene and the gang saying thank you. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Some of our Deep Landis Silver's 5-piece coffee and tea set with matching silver trays. Crafted in heavy silver plate and designed in contemporary elegance from Landis Silver.
How do you like your feud? With the friendly lip service of Richard Dawson or the traditional stylings of Ray Combs? Kissy, no kissy, kissy, no kissy, kissy, no kissy. You decide with a full hour of the feud coming up next, only on Game Show Network.